All aboard. Welcome to the world-renowned Universal Studio Tour. As you're boarding, please slide over to the right, fill in every available seat. Thank you for doing that. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name is Mike. I'll be your guide as we lift the veil of secrecy on some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations. What a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. We'll have lots of fun. We're going to get a few more guests on board, so thanks for your patience. Plenty of room in car 1 if anyone wants to come on aboard. Now, our studio was founded back in 1912 by Mr. Carl Lemley, who you're going to see up on the screen. First time he opened the doors of our studio to you, the public, back on March 15th, 1915. On your screens, historical photos of that very, very special day. As you're looking at the historical photos, I'm going to mention for younger guests, smaller children whose legs do not touch the floor of the tram, it's better to seat them towards center of the row, away from the outside gates. That's for their safety. Thank you for doing that. As the gates close, please keep hands, arms, and feet inside of the tram and clear of the gate area. Now everyone must have a seat, so make sure every person in your party has an individual seat. Thank you for that. Let's double check, make sure everybody got 3D glasses. This is what they look like. You don't need to wear them yet. Hold on to them. We'll let you know when to put them on. We're only going to wear them a couple times. Does anybody need glasses? Raise your arm. Let us know, and we'll get you a pair. This is the last spot to get them. Anyone need glasses? Raise your arm. Looking like everyone got them. Excellent. My name is Mike again. I'm your guide. Our driver, Titus. Everyone say hello, Titus. Titus saying hello. He's a great driver. Turn to your left. Wave goodbye. So long, folks. We'll see you later. We're out of here. We're off, but I just have one more point of business. So, this is a mandate from the Los Angeles County Department of Health. For the duration of our tour today, please keep your facial coverings on at all times. Keep them on, keep them up over the nose, unless you are actively eating or drinking. And we do appreciate your cooperation on that. Now the journey begins. We head to the studio, where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. You know, we have a very good friend of the tour, big name, Jimmy Fallon, hosts the Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon from New York City. We're going to bring Jimmy in. Right now, he would very much love to welcome all of you to the world-famous Universal Studio Tour.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Hi.
And the greatest driver.
Titus.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Mike
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. Okay, folks, here are the safety rules. First, if you need any guest assistance during the tour, or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or you have any sound video issues, reach up, grab the red emergency cord, runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and we'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Our studio is private property. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone, or you just cannot wait to use the restroom, for example, pull the red cord, remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour. Be prepared. Our tour today features loud noises, sudden tram movements. Hold on to your belongings. You're going to experience fire effects and many water effects. Certainly have your cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on the camera so it does not get wet. For your safety and the safety of those sitting around you while on board, please do not use the selfie sticks. And remember to wear the facial coverings at all times. That's it for the safety rules. All right, we're heading to the studio via Universal's movie timeline. We head to the front lot first, where we have the majority of our 28 sound stages. That's where we film indoors. To your left, soundstage 12, getting a makeover. On your screens, some of the production that filmed at 12. You know, The Voice has used soundstage 12, but currently The Voice is on the backlot, sound stages 24 and 25. One of the great coaches on The Voice, Kelly Clarkson, also shoots her Emmy Award-winning daytime talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, in stage 1, located here on the front lot. Stage 1 would be on your left and way at the other end. Directly on the left, we're going to go down a row of sound stages, 20, 19, 18, currently being used for the first season of the Peacock streaming series, Bel Air, executive produced by Will Smith. This is a reimagining of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, starring Jabari Banks. It's going to be a little more dramatic. The final two sound stages you'll see in the row on the left, stages 17 and 16. These two stages, along with stage 21, which you're also going to see on the left after we make our turn, currently being used for the second season of the HBO Max series Hacks, featuring Emmy Award winner Gene Smart. Now, before Hacks moved into stages 16, 17, and 21, they were used by a couple other shows. NBC Superstore with America Ferrera, and most recently for the second season of the Peacock streaming show Saved by the Bell, starring Mario Lopez. Notice on the left all the production vehicles. This is a base camp. Every production has a base camp where you put the production vehicles. Trucks hold lighting equipment, sound equipment, props. Trailers could be dressing rooms, wardrobe trailers, makeup trailers. If you see ever a tented area, that's catering, providing meals for cast and crew, or it could also be a holding area for any background actors that are being used for the scene. We have another big group of sound stages coming up on your right. Now, the first two sound stages you'll see on the right, stages 41 and 42, this is where the first season of the NBC comedy Mr. Mayor, starring Ted Danson and Holly Hunter film. Mr. Mayor has come back for a second season. Yeah, they're used in different sound stages. One of them, stage 44, which is coming up directly on the right-hand side. Oh, look what else is on the right. I see a couple minions. That reminds me. We're very happy to report this holiday season, Illumination Entertainment is back with Sing 2.
Hi, everybody. I am really excited to share the latest on our new movie, Sing 2.
Guys, we're on.
It brings back all of the heart and the humor and the incredible music that you experienced in the first one.
You know what it's like to connect with an audience. To make something beautiful happen. Something that brings everyone together, lifts them up.
It's okay. You're are you?
I love the optimism that's at the heart of this movie. Even when you're really being challenged, you can still dream.
Sing 2 in theaters December 22nd for the whole family. But right now, if you look over on the right, this is the Bud Westmore building, a technical building. And then over here on the left, we have smaller buildings, production bungalows. Inside, some of Hollywood's top writers, directors, producers come up with ideas that they develop into a script that can be filmed. Some of the top production companies in the area: Brownstone Productions, Elizabeth Banks Company, Seven Bucks Production Company, that's Dwayne Johnson, and Mark Platt Productions. Very famous bungalow coming up on the left, Bungalow 5195. Many years ago, used by the great director Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense. He directed Psycho, The Birds, among many others. Now, that is 5195, the De Laurentiis Company bungalow, and we celebrate the life of Martha De Laurentiis, who recently passed away. She was a great lady, a great, great lady. The final 2 sound stages that you're going to see here on the front lot, also on the left, stages 22 and 23, recently used for the 2nd season of the NBC comedy Kenan, starring Kenan Thompson. In the front here, you have offices, dressing rooms. The sound stages are located in the back. And we're going to cross to the back lot, where the world is literally just around the corner. Over here on the left, the Metropolitan set area. The buildings are facades, the front and side of the building, nothing really inside or on the back. On the left, you're looking down the west end of New York Street. We call it New York Street because it's appeared as a street in the great city of New York for many, many productions. New York Street, where the NBC show American Ninja Warrior has filmed. The most recent season is where they filmed the semifinals on our New York Street. So also on the left, you see a catering, tented area, craft services, also another big area that can be utilized as a base camp. We're going to take you into the Metro set. Rutherford Falls, the Peacock streaming series with Ed Helms, Janice Schmieding, and Michael Greyeyes, has been filming its 2nd season. But first, look on your screens. This is the making of our monster mural by artist Tristan Eaton. Okay, up ahead, on the right, a building. As we turn into Metro, look behind you on the right at the side of the building. You'll see a lot of color. That's the monster mural, honoring the great horror characters of Universal. After that, keep looking on your right. Welcome to the Metro sets. Look between the buildings. All the way down, you'll see a statue. That area is Courthouse Square, being used for Rutherford Falls. Courthouse Square, of course, made famous in Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. As we make our way down the road, you're going to see another area that's for the background actors holding location. This area is called London Square because the building could easily be a parliamentary structure for a scene in a movie or a TV show. On the other side of London Square, New York Street, and I always think of our buddy Jimmy Fallon when we're by New York Street because he hosts the Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon from New York. We're going to bring Jimmy back. He can tell us what it's been like to live and work in New York.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there by an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy. We always keep these areas on the backlot plain looking. So when the production moves in, we make the area look like any city, any country, any time period. Right where our tram is at the moment, they filmed part of an episode of NBC's classic Will and Grace. Now, this episode is about Megan Mullally's character, Karen Walker. She was a very conservative, very much a character who liked to tip the bottle a little bit. Very, very funny. Well, in this episode, she was incognito. She was on the lam, and she had jumped on to...
Just an ordinary tourist from the Midwest. Oh, you too? What part? Mission. Soda pencil concert.
Now, there's another section of this scene that's very funny.
We've all had our share of humdingers. Me included. One time I took a drink that said Lisa on it from her coffee place. I know my name's not Lisa.
You are a bad girl. Stop the tram!
So, of course, you would never do what Karen Walker did. You know, if you need assistance, you're going to pull that red emergency cord. Over the years, we've created a lot of different locations for our productions. Sometimes the location has been created here at the studio, as in our film The Flintstones, the prehistoric town of Red Rock, was built here, and this is where the film got shot. Other times, the location is in a different part of the world, expanding over many different time periods. Over the years, a lot of great directors have worked in our Metro set area, from Alfred Hitchcock to Steven Spielberg. There is another director that we love, Academy Award winner Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
Now, please have your glasses ready.
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
So as Mr. Jackson said, have those glasses ready, hold on to your belongings. Please remain seated at all times. Peter Jackson's version of King Kong won Academy Awards for the sound and the special effects.
The island is lived here for hundreds of years. So sure.
And now, welcome to Skull Island.
Okay, glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
was projected on some of the world's largest digital 3D screens, standing over 40 feet tall and 180 feet long. It utilizes some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and the team at Weta Digital. If you have not yet taken off your protective glasses, please do so now. Put them in a safe spot. We may need them later. Thank you for doing that. We try to use every available inch on the Studio Opera project. Here's a great example. Left side, a city metro sets. Right-hand side, a very remote location. The bridge. Look at the train engine on the bridge. You know, trains are a great form of transportation. They've been featured in many productions. Some of our younger guests have referred to our tram as a train. Our tram has also been seen in some productions. Take a look. Whenever we use a vehicle on screen, the vehicle is called a picture car. Okay, folks, get your cameras out. Coming up on the left, we're going to show you some of our famous picture cars. Welcome to Universal's Picture Cars Row. You're going to recognize Kit from Knight Rider. Magnum PI's red Ferrari on display. Several vehicles will take you back to the future. We can go all the way back to the Stone Age. We have vehicles on display from our movie The Flintstones. I see a couple of fine Fast and Furious cars from Too Fast, Too Furious. Oh, there it is. Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. The third film in the Jurassic World trilogy, Jurassic World Dominion. Again, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Scheduled to open in theaters June 10th, 2022. That's going to be something to look forward to. But we have something to look forward to right now. We're headed to a new location. But we cannot get there by driving. Oh no, we have to go by boat. We're headed to the jungle islands of Costa Rica. Please follow all of our safety guidelines.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Many of the vehicles and set pieces that you're going to see coming up around us were used in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park films. Do you remember the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park? There it is up on the screen, of the lab coming up on the left-hand side. Now don't worry, it's very peaceful here right now, nothing to worry about. So, just sit back and relax and enjoy the what in the what? Surprise! I bet you figured out on our backlot we traveled great distances in a very short amount of time. We were just in the jungle island of Costa Rica. In a moment, we'll be in Old Mexico. This turn very sharp. Please remain seated, secure your belongings. Thank you for doing that. Notice on the left how the terrain becomes a desert region with the cacti. I officially welcome you to Old Mexico. This location on the backlot the most peaceful and quiet. So at this point in the tour, not uncommon for us to stop the tram just for a few moments to enjoy the wonderful ambiance of Old Mexico. Okay, about the thunder. So, this location also prone to thunderstorms that blow up out of nowhere, and they get very severe. You might hear thunder, you see maybe lightning flashing also, and rain begins to fall. As I watch this rain coming down, boy, it's looking to me as if the rain is getting much, much heavier. Not a good sign at all, folks. Oh, that was a very big thunder boomer. I hear a rumbling sound. Very dim. Anyone else hear it? You heard it? Sounds like it's getting closer. What is that sound? What is the flash flood? Left side, flash flood. Take cover. Look out. Higher flood is the result of thousands of gallons of recycled water being released from tanks up on top of the hill. The rain created as sprinklers shoot the water straight up. It'll fall back down naturally, like Mother Nature's rain. You may recognize this area from our hit movie Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti and Frankie Muniz.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
This other section of Old Mexico you also may recognize from Janet Jackson's Escapade music video. Also the movie Nacho Libre with Jack Black, filmed in this section of Old Mexico. Now our tour, approximately at the halfway mark, just want to remind everyone, please remain seated during the entire tour. Our studio is private property. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone or just cannot wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention. I will be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so, but do remain seated. Thank you for that. Hey, look at this. We crossed the border into the Old West. This is where Quentin Tarantino filmed scenes for his Academy Award-winning film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. We have a long history of creating great westerns, starting back during the silent days of movie making. During the sound era, you might have enjoyed the western The Spoilers with John Wayne and Marlene Dietrich, or Death Street Rides Again with Marlene Dietrich and the great Jimmy Stewart. As we ride out of 6 Points straight ahead, Park Lake on the other side, 4 sound stages. As we turn, on your left, you see stages 25, 24, 26, 27. Now 24 and 5, currently used by The Voice. Season 21 finale this Monday and Tuesday night. Monday, the top 5 singers will perform, and you'll see the great coaches, Blake Shelton, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Ariana Grande. Back on the left, you see how long Park Lake is. You know, in the early days of our studio, Park Lake was known as the Hollywood Ocean. Let's pretend we're filming a scene in a movie. We're on a boat. We're sailing over the ocean. We're headed to Europe. But specifically on our backlot, we're going to Little Europe, famous for where we created the monster movies. It all started during the silent days. Who could forget 1923's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, or 1925's The Phantom of the Opera, both of those films starring Lon Chaney. With the advent of sound, we did Dracula with Bela Lugosi and Frankenstein, starring Boris Karloff.
He's in the woods. Get out of my house. Raise all the men you can. Lock them indoors and wait for me. I'm ready. Go. Horses and go.
Little Europe has been Transylvania for Dracula, even Egypt for The Mummy. It also became the afterlife for the NBC comedy The Good Place. with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
The Good Place ran for 4 seasons, a very original, very clever show. If we stayed on this road and went straight, we'd run into Denver Street, one of the oldest sections on the back lot. But you're going to notice we'll be making a little bit of a turn. Sandwiched between Little Europe behind us and Denver Street ahead of us, look over here on the left-hand side. We have a modern-day house, a practical set built so you film indoors and outdoors. The house was built and used for 9 seasons for the Hallmark Channel show, Home and Family. This was a lifestyle show. Home and Family has ended its run on television. But about a week ago, Bel Air, Peacock streaming series, was filming at the house. And not that long ago, a house was also used for the currently streaming Peacock holiday series, Baking It, hosted by Maya Rudolph and Andy Samberg. From our Little Europe area, we want to bring you in to the only 2-level soundstage in all of Hollywood. Once inside, above us, a set dressed to look like a busy urban street scene. This set is a subway station set, a little more specifically, the BART system. Welcome to San Francisco, California. Notice the attention to detail. That did you feel that? Okay. Stay calm, stay seated, no tremor, nothing to worry about. This would be what it was. Stay calm, stay seated. It's over, well maybe not. On the right, a water main roof. The big one, a simulated 8.3 earthquake. The animation inspired by the 1974 Universal film Earthquake, starring Charlton Heston. Oh, now we were just in San Francisco. When we come outside, we're back in the Wild West. On the right, 6 Points, Texas. On the left, Denver Street.
You're just gonna stir things up here. You bet I am.
Oh, they are fighting in the west. So you know what? Let's head out east. We'll go to Amity Island, small New England town, terrorized by the shark. In one of Universal's biggest hits ever, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Remember to stay seated. Look how nice it is. Oh, look, on the right, they caught a shark. That makes a nice photo. Uh-oh. Something's going on. Look at that, right side. I see another shark in the water. Did you catch that? They just told the diver to get out of the water. There he is. There he is. Officer George, get out of the water. Shark going under. Look out, look out! Too late for Officer George. Okay, we're going to clear. We'll stay on the upper dock, lower dock, open, other lower dock, moving, gas hose is loose. There could be a fire. Oh boy. Wow. When we filmed Jaws, we used 3 different mechanical sharks. Each weighed about 2,000 pounds. On the first day of filming, one of the mechanical sharks sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, we did retrieve it. The movie got made, became a big hit, nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture of the Year. Did not win Best Picture, but we won for Best Sound, Best Film Editing by Verna Fields, and Best Music Score by John Williams. As we loop around the lake, take a look at the sets. You also may recognize the area as Cabot Cove, Maine. From Angela Lansbury's hit show Murder, She Wrote. As we say farewell to Cabot Cove, Amity Island, let's swing by your average suburban neighborhood. On the left, down below, a neighborhood that sits on Elm Street. The houses below, practical sets, built so you film indoors, outdoors. Another great example of a practical set, on the right-hand side, also a house. On your screen, some of the productions that filmed at the house on the right. This house, very popular for filming. You film at the house, and then you go across the street to another average suburban neighborhood, Colonial Street, coming up on the left. The Netflix series Never Have I Ever, created and written by Mindy Kaling, currently using Colonial Street to film their 3rd season. If you look up on the screens, here's a couple of the movies that also use Colonial. The movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks, and the film Casper with Christina Ricci. It's also been used for some music videos. Welcome to Nellyville. Colonial Street is just a great average suburban neighborhood. But we've left civilization behind us. We are currently on Wilderness Road. This is a very remote location. Check out the left-hand side, the wooded area. This area shows up at the end of the Netflix movie Bird Box, starring Sandra Bullock. Remember they had a makeshift campsite? That was created on the left, all those scenes filmed right here. I'll tell you, being on a desolate road like this reminds me of Marion Crane. Marion was in trouble. She had stolen $40,000 from her boss, and she was on the run from the law. Marion pulls in to a used car lot, kind of like you see on the right. These vehicles have been used in productions like F9, The Fast Saga. Well, Marion switched her car, hit the road again, but the night became very dark and stormy. Marion pulled off the main highway, came across a small motel with 12 rooms and 12 vacancies. On the right, 2 of the most iconic sets ever created, the Bates Motel and Norman Bates' house from Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller Psycho. Look, there's Marion's car, and I see Norman Bates on the porch. He's home. Why don't we take you up there and we can say hello? House will be coming up at the top of the hill on the left-hand side. Norman takes care of his mother, very sweet woman. Uh-oh. Norman looks very upset. Maybe he's having a bad morning. Let's quietly go around the corner. Just leave him alone. I'm sure that we have nothing at all to worry about. Yikes! Oh, that was a close one. Good thing our driver Titus got us around the corner so we can show you one of the most impressive sets ever created. The spectacular crash site from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
You could sit down and talk about what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
This location also used to train search and rescue dogs to see how they would behave in a disaster situation. Remember the movie The Great Outdoors with John Candy? On your left, on the other side of the airplane fuselage way in the back, the cabin used in The Great Outdoors. That area is called New Falls Lake. Over on the right, we have Falls Lake. As we exit, please look behind you on the right. Behind you on the right, you see that big blue backdrop. Below the backdrop, we fill it in with water. That's how we get the lake for Falls Lake. On your screen, some of the productions that filmed at Falls Lake. We are approximately 10 minutes from the end of the tour, and we'll be returning to the theme park shortly. Remember to pull the emergency cord if you need assistance, and remain seated at all times. So far, we've taken you all over Universal to show you where we make the movies. Now, let's have a little bit of fun. Put you in a movie. Up ahead, Fast and Furious Supercharged. We're going to film 3 scenes. You've been cast as undercover witnesses. You're being chased by that guy, Owen Shaw. Sullivan's Garage, where Dominic Toretto and his crew hang out. This is where we're going to keep you safe. Please remain seated, secure your belongings, no flash photography or cell phone lights on. I will let you know when to put the glasses on. For the first 2 scenes, you do not need to wear them. Hey, look on the left, that's Roman's Mona Lisa vehicle he drives around. Up ahead on the left, Agent Hobbs' assault vehicle. Okay, check your makeup, check your wardrobe, places please. Right on the set. Rolling. Action.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you short for a while. We brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone to give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next grade and we'll meet you in there.
And cut. That was our first scene. Your performance as the witness. Excellent. Now we're going to prepare for scene number 2. It'll be on a different set. It is an actor race dance party. We have brought in background actors to play the dancers. Some of the other characters scheduled for scene number 2, Dominic Toretto, Agent Hobbs, some FBI agents, along with Letty Ortiz and Roman Pierce, who we saw in our first scene. You folks are doing great as the witness. A lot of people auditioned for the role. We only picked the very, very best. Okay, once again, check your makeup, check your wardrobe. Places, please. Right on the set. Rolling. Action.
That's right, party's over. You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not. You're under arrest right now. Just back up a little bit. Okay. It's like me. First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for? We don't work for nobody. Alright, so just clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety. Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun. Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Let's put this out of town. Let's go, Cookie Puss. Ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off shop. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't show off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in another Zoom. Call you back.
Man,
What's all vibrating? So I traced us. I'll get home forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
Okay, we're gonna move.
It's about to get real interesting. Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door. Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
And cut. Now, please put on your protective glasses. Please put on your protective glasses. Faces, please. Right on the set. Rolling. Action.
Which one of you is the witness? Speak now or you all get fried!
This is our turn.
After that!
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Letty, hook him up. Now we're moving.
Don't think you're getting away! Pull it to the doors!
Way to go, Letty. Don't want another missile shot. Not gonna happen. Don't worry, I got this. Woman, don't shoot. That's what we put. Under construction. Get the entrance. On the guard.
Hot and Trent was that Fast and Furious, so what? Give it up for Supercharged.
Well, good job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume breathing.
You know what's crazy, okay? You guys got hard.
Now, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all held us down. Appreciate it.
They say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys did good out there. And you're welcome to join our crew anytime.
Oh, thank you, Dominic, and your performance as the witness. Outstanding. For over 100 years, Universal Studios has been thrilling audiences around the globe, making them laugh and cry and sit on the edge of their seats. We are nearing the end of our journey. I thank each and every one of you for taking the world-famous studio tour. Here's an insider tip. Download the Universal Studios Hollywood app on your smartphones. Stay up to the minute with park information. You can confirm the park closes at 8 p.m. Check on showtimes for Waterworld, the live SeaWorld Spectacular. Don't forget our newest attraction, Illumination presents The Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. Then to purchase the NBC Universal movies and TV shows you've seen on the tour today, visit www.uphe.com or today ask at one of our retail stores. Look over here on the right. Look at this gorgeous overview of the San Fernando Valley, where the city of Burbank, California, is located. You might be able to see the Warner Brothers Studios sound stages. See the water tower to the right of that, the big tan-colored sound stages. That's the Warner Brothers Studios. Behind Warner Brothers, you see a lot of trees. On the other side of the trees, you would find the Walt Disney Studios. They're also neighbors of ours here in the valley. Straight past Burbank, you see the mountains. Those are the Verdugo Mountains. And if you went to your right, going east, you'd run into the San Gabriel Mountains and the cities of Glendale, California, and Pasadena, California. This is such a beautiful overview today. Make sure you get a nice photograph. You'll notice on the other side of the metro sets, there's a golf course. That's a very famous private golf course, Lakeside Country Club. That is where the late great comedian Mr. Bob Hope used to play golf. There's an exclusive residential area right next to the golf course, Toluca